Okay, we've just finished this overnight journey. Just want to show you a few things. This, as you can see, is a Wheeler Express vehicle. They have these hoods that come over you when you're trying to sleep. They recline quite a bit actually, more than they used to. The other thing, they got footrests, but they've also got this horrible board thing here, and it doesn't move out the way. And Fish was particularly upset about it because we couldn't really have a bit of a snuggle. There's a little gap there, so you can kind of stare lovingly in the eyes of whoever, and lose at the back. And yeah, you see, so the hood things were, some people might call them bonnets. You kind of, you know, I think babies on a baby, you might call it a bonnet, but you see what they do. They just do that. And here we are, Hiroshima. Some people say Hiroshima bus center, spelled wrong. And also, yeah, another thing actually, we had a lady driving. Oh, there she is, saying goodbye. Arigato. Okay, bye bye. They do that. They bow when you kind of leave or when you get in. God bless them, right? There's feasts with all our stuff, and I've got to say one thing. I'm used to there being a difference between a bus and a coach. To me, and a lot of people, a bus is something that you see in a city, right? It goes just around that city area, whereas a coach goes the long distances. And the coach has reclining seats. They normally have loos in them. There's no standing. Everyone gets a seat. They're more comfortable, and they're coaches. You know, buses are within city centres. They're different. And so me and a lot of people, you know, there's a distinction between a bus and a coach. Whereas here in Japan, it seems that, you know, they're all buses. And even when I've been on Greyhounds in North America, in Canada and the US, every now and then a driver will refer to what he or she is driving as a coach. There is a difference. I mean, they're two distinct things. But for some reason, some people, you know, they're all buses. Anyway, so this is what we've just come off, and a bit more about it now. Now here's the vehicle from the outside, and so this is not a plug for that particular company. There were three companies that, as best we could figure out, had tickets for where we wanted to go. This was one of them. There was another one called, I think it was Jam Liner Express, but couldn't. I think we got the Japanese website for them, and there was an English website, but I think it was for a company from the Philippines, which was no good. So so as best I could figure out, we couldn't get a English language website for Jam Express, and there was another company called Ostradam or something. Anyway, and couldn't find an English language website for them either. So this was the only company that we could find, because at that terminal in Tokyo, not every company had an office. You know, some companies it's online only. And normally when you go onto and off these vehicles, there's at least one or sometimes two members of staff that will bow to you when you go in and go out. And we're at the second service area, truck stop, whatever you want to call it. And of course they're all super clean, and there's a smoking area over there, and everything's so nice and what have you. The one we were in a couple of hours ago, that was really, really massive. And that was, I mean, going into the loos, it was like going into a palace. I mean, it was so clean, big, and I mean, it was, you know, I've been to some service areas and truck stops, you know, in Western countries, and you know, some of them leave a little bit to be desired, it must be said. But these here so far been very nice, very nice. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what time it is, half past 7 in the morning or something. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. So when you look at that, you know, the vehicle that we're on, to be honest, from the outside, it, you know, doesn't look much, does it? Really? I mean, I've seen better in. I remember once taking a sleeper coach. I think it was Laos or Vietnam or Cambodia, one of those countries, and it was really, really nice. Whereas, you know, I went over there. I mean, it's, you know, I've seen better megabuses for sure. And you've already had a look at the inside. So from that point of view, unless that was, you know, maybe they've got different versions. You know, you can have, like, you know, a vehicle like that, or you can have a sleeper. Although I didn't actually see that on the website, so you know, I mean, so I don't know. Oh boy, tell you, it's a bit nippy. And Feast has just discovered that there's an oyster festival next weekend at the place we're going to now, so I don't know, we may end up spending a week here.